my lovelies, Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the week. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. Thank you all the ways that you love me, by the way. If you're someone who does that all the time and you're here on a regular basis, thank you so much for the thumbs up. It really does help this community grow. As you can see, it's been growing, and we're about ready to hit our next milestone, which is 43,000. We're growing strong. So thank you for all the ways that you love me and all the ways that you are in the comments, your kind words, and if you have something that you got to say in the comments without being derogatory, you go right ahead and do that. That's what it is for, and I love to be in the comments. Also, if you are someone who is interested in a private read, I just want to let you know that I've extended the sale, and it's changed a little bit. So the sale on the readings, the private reads, are over at Wizio. You'll see stuff in the description about it. You need a code to go over there, but it's changed from up to $15 off selected reads. It's now 10% off all of my reads, and some of them are quite reasonable. So yeah, do what you will. Thank you so much for all of you who have already booked appointments. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to go from Aries to Pisces. If you've never been here before, welcome, welcome. I hope you will decide to stay and subscribe. If you don't, maybe you just want to hit the bell, and then you'll know when I'm uploading. And thank you for clicking here anyway. So I am going to go from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything in the description below, right? And that will mean that you can just scroll this video for your sun, moon, and your rising. So please, please, please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. If you're watching for tarot for yours or theirs personality, you already know that stuff. So you're not really getting much information. You really, the kind of sun sign you are is dependent upon your moon and your rising. Okay, I'll stop talking. Stop talking, Elsie. It is time to read, and I think you are correct. So we are going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. See the rest of you along the road. And cross watchers, thank you for watching for your person. All right, so this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries, we have a Five of Pentacles, which we're not going to ignore, has come out on its side, which is a challenge at any time. Anytime a card comes out on its side, it's I feel like the challenge for you this week is breaking silence. Yeah, because I think you're in silence right now, but the fact that it's came out laying on its side tells me that you're thinking about breaking the silence. What else does Aries need to know, please? Yeah, I think you are, my friend. I think there's a really important partnership that you have with someone, Aries, and I feel like this is something that's grown in the 3D, but I feel like it's, this is a person that you enjoy speaking with. You might be in a group with these people. You might be working on a project with them, with this person. So this is someone, it's Pentacles, right? It's not love. It's we're cordial with each other. I know you, I like you. You share, grounded and stable and dependable energies together. So I feel like with the Six of Swords here, it feels like you have learned some lessons, and now you're about to well, Charlie just said ease on down the road. That's the whiz. Yep. It just because these people are in a vehicle, right? And I feel like you are, you're going to find your shotgun. Like not the weapon, but someone to ride shotgun with you here. We've got somebody driving and somebody in the sidecar, right? It's a decision that you've made. We've got the two swords on the bottom here together. It's a decision that you made, I believe, while you were in healing. It feels like this is the week that you're going to execute something, like a plan that you've had. It feels like the challenge is going to be whether you can break the silence or not about this partnership. So this is someone that you already know, but I want you to know that you've never dated this person. Like that's the energy I'm getting here. There hasn't been anything romantic between these people. It's all Pentacles, right? Four of Pentacles. So it's been quiet, like really quiet between you. I feel like you have been slowly working up your courage to be a little more vulnerable. But I want to say that vulnerability feels a little bit like chaos to you. Yeah. I also feel that you have been holding on to this notion of breaking the silence with this person. And I just don't feel like, you know, it's like you've never really shared much with this person. So it seems like it's a professional relationship. So you might work in the same field or in the same corporation. Yeah. Just listening, sorry. Oh, there's hope here. Yeah. It's someone that you're really connected to. It's someone that this is a really healing sort of connection here. This person you see is amazing. I think you think they are incredibly intelligent, very sexy. I think that you see this person as the star, but also the star for me is a lot of healing energy. And so I feel like this week you're going to try and break the silence in a healing way. You're working on it right now. It's almost like you're planning it. You're working on it. We have the Page of Pentacles because you intend on something beginning in materializing all of this in the 3D, right? I feel like your wish is about to come true, and it's really going to depend on, we've got this Page of Pentacles looking up at the Four of Pentacles, having one pentacle in the air. There's 5 here. So I think that now that I'm seeing it a second time, it's about to be quick change. So there's 5 here and then there's 5 here. And so I feel like there's about to be quick change. So this feels like it's very much around the corner is what I want to say. So definitely probably this week, the Page of Pentacles is we're going to ground the hope. We're going to bring it from the ethers into the 3D. Yeah, there we go. As above, so below. As we talk about the Magician appears. It feels like you've got a hold of all of your tools. You've realized, Aries, that you are the Magician and that you can materialize whatever you choose. I think the Magician and the Star is a realization that you understand now that you can have whatever you want. And because you understand that energy, I think it's removing the block. And I think that's why the 5 of Pentacles came out on its side. We have the Sun in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse as well. You don't know when it's going to be the right time. You want to make sure that this is timed perfectly. There's something about perfect timing here, and that's why you're waiting. And it's been a long time. Like there's the 5 of Cups is here, and it's next to the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it tells me that you've been painfully waiting for the right time to be seen. That right now you're kind of playing it a little bit under the radar. Like the sun is the sun, even when it turns up in reverse. But when it turns up in reverse, there's really no growth. So there's no growth going on in your spiritual life, in your personal or professional life. Maybe you're feeling a little, it's the calm before the storm, I think. I think you're being made to feel uncomfortable because you're supposed to feel like something is unfinished here. I think that if you're having a feeling of unfinished business, I think that it's within this energy here. You keep thinking about someone from the past. There's unfinished business there. I wonder if there's been any growth since I saw them last time. I think you're manifesting this person. For some of you, you could have been dealing with money issues. You might be going through a financial pinch at this time for some of you. The Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, and then the 5 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Or with the King of Pentacles is also has the Midas touch and never really has to look for opportunity. Opportunity flows to the King, but I feel like there's been maybe no opportunity coming. Maybe you didn't see any opportunity there in the three Pentacles. Just listening. No stability, sadness, not having. Okay, so you know that whoever the Three of Pentacles is could be Aquarius, could be Aries, could be Leo, could be Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, all the fixed signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It feels like you feel like there's no opportunity, or there's never going to be another opportunity. It feels like you feel that you have passed something up. And the Star and the Three of Pentacles tells me that there is somebody here that you think is highly intelligent, somebody who you love to speak with and you've commiserated with before. You have a great relationship with them, although professional. And I feel like you see them more than that now. And I think that's why you want to break the silence. You're manifesting something to happen in the 3D here. You're manifesting a message. I think you've been wanting this person to connect with you, but possibly you're the one that needs to connect with them. I want to say, if you are an emperor and you're dealing with an empress, the empress does not chase. You're going to be waiting a very long time. Yeah. So if you are the empress, you're probably waiting on someone. But if the empress is the person, I'm looking at this person here, and this person gets the attention of everyone around them, whether they want it or not. Like, they shine in a room. And I think that's the person that you're thinking about here. And this week, I think that you're going to try and find a way to get another chance at an opportunity that you might have missed out on. You're waiting for the universe to tell you when to do it. You're manifesting this whole situation, I think. I just asked in my head, well, why the Four of Pentacles? Because it's sort of like being shut down or not wanting to be hurt, trying to protect the self. And it's because of the Six of Cups that what you've been holding on to, Aries, is somebody, this person, I feel, whoever they are, is somebody who is a soulmate, and you have a lot of attraction for them, and you're looking forward to, super passionate love, up to the eyeballs kind of love. And this is the energy that you're keeping hidden here. I want to say that you've learned your lesson, and that's why I think you're going to break the silence this week with this person. You could be dealing with Virgo, could be dealing with Pisces. I think we've covered all the other signs. Yep. All right. Here we go, Aries. Thank you so much for that energy. All right, Taurus, here we are with you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for this week, Taurus. Thank you so much for clicking here. And cross watchers, thank you for watching. I appreciate you always. Taurus, what's going on here? Okay, we're starting with the Devil. We've got Capricorn energy. Could be dealing with the Capricorn. We have the Knight of Wands. For some of you, this is someone from the past who didn't give you much stability when you were involved with them. It feels like this is someone you've never let go of, that you have like an attachment to them. It's also almost like an obsessive energy pull, like you just can't let them go. The person that you can't let go of could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This person is no, that's you. Yep. That's you being attached to this person from the past. There is a great attraction and a physical connection here. And it's someone that haunts you, someone that you can't let go of. But this person, we'll read more. I don't know that they're good for you. Why is the Devil showing up as the whatever's on the top of your mind, So the King of Pentacles is Taurus, but also Virgo and Capricorn in this reading. There's been silence here. So you're wanting to have some type of conversation. I think you've had time for contemplation, Taurus. And I think in your contemplation, you've been making a lot of money, or you've been building your pentacles, building your kingdom, right? Whatever it is, if you work for someone or have a business. I feel like you have a lot of opportunities that are about to come to you. But I think that For some of you, this means money. For others of you, this means stability. It feels like you're trying to see this situation from this person's side. So we always give, grief, a little bit of grief to the Knight of Wands, because it can be impulsive energy and, getting what I want and running out the door kind of energy, but it's also fast moving energy. So it feels like somebody here is, like they're sort of in and out of your life, or maybe they're now out of your life, because it almost feels like there's been silence since the Knight of Wands has left. But you're trying to see it in your wisdom here, which is the High Priestess energy. You could have Pisces in the chart or dealing with one. We have Pisces side by side here. It feels like you are going within to check with your gut and the universe to figure out the answer. You're trying to see it now from the other person's side. You're trying to get a different perspective on what's going on here, because I think that sometimes you may jump to conclusions, whoever I'm connecting with. You might jump to conclusions about the situation before really checking with your gut. Why is that? Really? So the deafening silence since this Knight of Wands, whoever that is for you, whatever sign it is, I feel like that even in the silence that you just cannot let go of this person energetically. It's been the toughest thing ever. This person could be a father or a single parent, could be a mother, whatever parent they are. I think that they are feminine or masculine. They are floating the boat. Like, this person has children around them. They have bags of money and they have stability, but I think that this person does it all themselves. And so I think you're trying to see it from that side. You're trying to see it from your person's side. You're wondering if this person is ever going to come out from behind the fear wall, if they're ever going to stop being impulsive and doing things. I feel like, well, the wounded warrior, is, it's risky business too, right? Like, it's not only things that have happened to this person, but it's also just a lot of bad decisions too put you behind the fear wall as it pertains to relationship, jobs, all that stuff piles up. And so I feel like somebody here is wanting to be brave. They want to step out from behind the wall, and they want to talk about the Four Wands. They want to give more stability. I think it's this Knight of Wands here wants to give more stability. This Knight of Wands, whoever they are, I think that they've had time to think as they've been in silence with you. You know what, Taurus? I feel like this person is trying to see it from your side as well. Just listening. Yeah. I think that this person wants to give you more stability. The Four of Cups tells me that it feels like this person, there's a couple of fours here, by the way. It feels like this person is bored. They're bored with their emotional life and where it is at right now. But I do feel that they're trying to find, they want to be brave. And they want to come out from behind the wall because they do see you as potential for stability. They do see that. Yeah, because you are the stable one, right? I feel like there's going to be a conversation here. Yeah, there's going to be, this person is going to connect with you again. So if it's been really silent for a while, like I would say a couple of months, I think this person is about to connect with you again. And I want to say that the Four of Wands has learned a few lessons, not many, but a few. We've got the four of Wands, but they've learned enough. They've learned enough that they realize that they have to be a little more forthcoming with you, that they can't hide shit from you, and that's the only way that there's going to be any stability here, is if they're honest with you and they're not impulsive and they're not hiding things from you and they're trying to be brave and being vulnerable. So the Queen of Swords is here. It's like this person or you, whoever it is, the Lovers here, you do feel a soulmate connection here, a deep soulmate connection. There is a lot of heavy feelings here. And I think that you're going to get a chance to talk about it. Oh, look at that. We've got cards upright, got cards backwards. What's going on here? I think that that there is somebody is going to show you their feelings this week. They're going to explain their feelings to you this week. And I feel like they've had an ending, or they just want to end. They just want to end the silence, I think, that has been between you, right? Taking them off here because these were all turned up. These are the right way. So I feel like there's a good conversation coming up, one that's going to give you growth. I think this is someone that you've known for a while, this person here, and I think this person wants to speak with you. I think that they don't like the silence that's been between you, because there has been a cycle ending, and understand cycles open and close every month, every week, you know what I mean? So they're not comfortable with the silence between you because we've known each other too long. We shouldn't be silent with each other, and we shouldn't be in this position to hurt each other. Like, let's not hurt each other. Let's talk about our feelings. I think it's pretty grown up, to be honest. You could be dealing with Leo, could be dealing with Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Gemini here. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Pisces here twice, and we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn here. We have the Emperor. I said we got 4s. Yep, there we go. So you could be the Emperor, Taurus, or maybe the person that is going to be reaching out this week, or maybe you are. Take it as it resonates, right? There is going to be some sort of communication here because the Queen is here. It's going to be communication about feelings, and are we soulmates, and are we going to do anything about that? It's been silent for a while, for a couple of months probably, and I think that this conversation is going to work. I think you're going to get a lot of enlightenment from the conversation. So whether or not you end up together after this or not, I still feel like you have already got a foundation with this person. But I think that they haven't really even been a friend with you. So maybe they're coming back to try and shed some light on that as well. But they're coming back telling you about their feelings. So this person here doesn't discuss feelings. They keep it all tucked away because we're sort of working on impulse. We need to get there quicker. We need to move faster. And in that, you're going to make mistakes, and that's the truth. So I think it's the person that you can't let go of. That's the person who you are going to hear from this week. All right, Gemini. Thank you for clicking here, Gemini. Don't forget that I did put up an air sign reading, and you are going to get another one in the first week of July. So we're getting them closer and closer here as we get, more attention. That's what the videos need, is more attention. So thank you for your thumbs up and all the ways that you love me here and in the comments and all that stuff. It's going to attract the right people. We're going to attract people on our vibe. All right, Gemini, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, this is your sneak peek for this week. Gemini. Sneak peek for this week, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right, take that one. This one's sticking out. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay. We will start there. We've got the 4 of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the 9 of Swords. Interesting energy. Someone knows that they need to show their feelings. Knight of Cups. I need to tell somebody or show somebody that I care. Heart space, right? I need to tell someone that I feel something about them. We've got the 4 of Cups here, and 4 and 1 is 5. So it feels like there's 2 people are in disconnect, so there's been no contact here. It feels like somebody can't stop thinking about the feelings that they have for you, or you for them. Take it as it resonates. The Knight of Cups does hold a cup. This is the energy of romance. It's almost like you're supposed to be sleeping, but your brain is on overdrive, thinking about wildly romantic gestures that you can do, and you're feeling sad because you have no one to do it with. I think you're a very romantic person, and I feel as though you think about it a lot, and you're just in the Four of Cups here, kind of in this energy of, you know, being bored and disinterested, but you do think about this at night. You think about being romantic, having romance. We have the Six of Swords. You're feeling as though the Four of Cups has become a bit of chaos for you, because I think it's leading you to overthink. The chaos, I feel, is the Four of Cups for you. It's like you're bored. I don't know what to do with my energy. I don't really want to give it to any. It's like you're kind of stuck in this back and forth. Charlie just showed me the game Pong. Some of you aren't going to know what it is, but it's at the very beginning of before video games, and it's like very boring. It's a little ball that goes boing, boing, and it's really, really slow. That's what I'm seeing for the Four of Cups. It's like, I need to get out of this chaos because I'm really not growing or stretching myself emotionally. Plus, it feels like the lessons have already been learned. It's time to move on. You're in redundant energy. You're bored. It's time to move on. The lessons have been learned. That's what I see with the Six of Swords. The universe says, here, these are the things that you've learned. Don't forget these lessons and keep moving. So I feel like you are leaving the Four of Cups and moving a little bit closer toward the Knight of Cups here, wanting to thinking about moving forward and how you're going to take that energy with you. There you are, the Emperor. You could be the Emperor. Maybe this is your Emperor, but the Emperor is about taking charge, right? And of course, having all the energy of all the kings, having wisdom as well. Showing up in the upright is, you know, the Emperor is someone who's noble. Someone who is the leader, front of the pack, someone who takes action first, but very planned and strategic action. So whether or not you are have Aries in the chart or you're dealing with an Aries, I feel like this is an energy that's connected with the Knight of Cups here for you. The Emperor is thinking, overthinking to the point where it's keeping them up at night. They need to get out of this Four of Cups energy. I feel as though the time that you spent alone in the Four of Cups was necessary. We all need that break. People who jump relationship to relationship, they wonder why they break. Well, stop and do some damn healing. That's all. Yeah, that's all it takes. Take a couple of years off. Spend some time by yourself. We have the Knight of Wands. All right. I want to say that the Emperor is scared to get hurt. Knight of Wands is, can I really, can I find stability? Because I think in the Four of Cups, it feels like in the Four of Cups, Gemini, that you feel like it's a little bit of chaotic energy there. But I also feel like that when you come out of the Four of Cups, that is kind of chaotic energy as well. The Knight of Wands is here and things start moving quickly. And, you know, it feels like you don't really have any stability in any kind of, you don't think you're going to find the stability once you do decide to move forward. Six of Swords. You don't think you're going to be able to find the stability that the Emperor requires. The Emperor requires someone to be on their vibration. The Emperor is someone who runs the empire. The Emperor needs an Empress. No one else will do. Otherwise, the Emperor ends up being the caretaker. Yeah. I think that you might be someone who is dating Gemini and you're not having any luck. I feel like all you're finding is people who don't want commitments. They just want to be, you know, in and out of your life. Knight of Wands is here. Hierophant is in the reverse. It feels like they don't have any morals or don't have any direction, the people that you're meeting. These people don't really have a purpose. You know, the Hierophant in reverse is not very traditional, is not into marriage, just is playing the field when the Hierophant is with the Knight of Wands, just playing the field in for purposes of passion. Yeah, we're not really interested in any sort of a commitment. But what I want to say is I think you're interested in a commitment. You want someone who's smart, like you, right? The King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And you want someone who's smart like you, someone you can think with, someone who, even if they have different traditions than you, or maybe they're not religious and you are, or whatever it is, I think that you just ultimately are attracted to someone's intelligence. Really attracted to intelligence because, you know, everything else fades away, right? Everything on the outside, but, you know, the stuff on the inside is what you get to keep. So you're looking for a high quality person who is highly intelligent, possibly someone who's either in law enforcement or uses their brain for their work, like a lawyer, psychologist, psychiatrist, you know, someone who engages in honing that sword in the mind. You know, they're always sharpening it, right? I think with the King of Swords and the World card, I feel like there has been, I think that you have been in and out of situations in your life where you find people that are incredibly intelligent, but then you also realize that nobody wants a commitment, and then you got to move on. You got to move on and close the chapter. And I think you think about these things at night. You just want a soulmate, Six of Cups, and we've got the Six of Wands. Yeah, you just want victory with a soulmate finally. You're done playing these games. Yeah, so I think this is the week. This is the week that possibly you bump into your star. I do see the star as healing, but also as someone who brightens the room, like someone who is beautiful and loving and caring, and they emit or emote that star quality. The six, I think you want victory in the things that you're hoping for. Eight of Wands, I feel like you want to meet somebody. You want things to move quicker than they are. It's been a long, arduous process for you, I want to say, Gemini, in vetting people, right? You just need a specific kind of things that you have on your list, and so far you haven't really bumped into that person. It's really people who are all kind of at a superficial level here. I think that you're deeper than that because the star is here. So whether you have Aquarius energy or not, I feel like, well, with the World card, we've also, the energies that we're dealing with are Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini. Yep, Taurus again. Yeah, so I think that, I think your hope is that you will meet somebody, that you will, there we go, Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you think that it's just going so slow. You know that your star is out there. You know that you're going to get victory with this person. You know that the soulmate is out there, but I think that the sadness is that it's not going quick enough. Yeah, I think you need to go back to the drawing board or go back to the crossroads or go on some sort of adventure and drop the burdens of the sadness of, you know, this isn't going quick enough. I think what you need to do is realize that it's going exactly at the pace that it needs to. And if that means that you need to, you know, take a trip or have an adventure or, you know, follow some sort of a passion, then you should do that because, you know, things can't come together until they do. But when they do, it's the Two of Cups. And, ooh, you're up in your head about love. You're making a decision about the Two of Cups here after being very quiet for a long time. That's in the future energy. You've had a realization here, or maybe you're dealing with a Leo, but I think you've had a realization about something, and I think you're going forward with that this week. Sorry about knocking that there. It looks like I got it too close to me. All right. Cancer, happy birthday to you. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. So if you're having a birthday, and let me know in the comments. I'd love to know also what your moon and your rising sign are, if you know what they are. I always love to see the beautiful blending of energies. All right, here we go. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are in Cancer season. Tell me what Cancer needs to know this week. Sneak peek for this week for Cancer, please. All right. Cancer, I think this week you are either thinking about or you are going to go forward with some sort of just listening, hang on. Okay, so you are trying to find the strength to take charge of a situation where everyone's been standing their ground. It's a disappointing situation or something that broke your heart. It could have been third party. You're standing your ground. You're taking charge of the situation. It feels like you're trying to find the strength to continue to hold your ground on something that involves the Three Swords. Tell me more about that for Cancer, please. So Cancer, I think that you are probably the Emperor. We've got all the knowledge of all the kings here. Someone who is in charge of their own life, which means they don't work for another company. They are a company, or they, run the empire. And I think that you are about to take charge or take action on something here. And it's fueled by the Three of Swords. A Page of Wands shows up. And the Three of Pentacles. What you're holding your ground on is this person is someone that you know, someone who's your friend. You are I think that the Seven of Wands and the Three of Pentacles is telling me we work really good together. There's no denying that. There's no denying that we are on each other's team, that we know each other really well, that we work really good together. I think you received a message from someone that broke your heart. It could be someone that you've been flirty with. Maybe you started a relationship with them. It was a message that was either from someone who is the Page of Wands, or the message was of a passionate nature. This message is from someone that you have a Pentacle connection to, as well as a flirty, fun, passionate connection to. I always see the Three of Pentacles in the partnership. It's kind of like respect, right? These people are, looking on to a job well done. We have the Two of Swords. So I feel like Cancer, this week you're trying to make a decision about some type of partnership. There is someone that you've grown, it's something within the 3D. It's gotten to the Three of Pentacles. So it feels like you met. It feels like, you start to intertwine your lives, and then it gets to the partnership phase, and then starts, the Page of Wands tells me that it is a passionate connection or a flirty connection. You're making a decision about the Three of Pentacles, and I think you're sort of in a situation of no one's going to change my mind. I'm making this decision, and no one's going to change my mind about how I feel about the Three Pentacles. You're making a decision. It might involve sending a message, possibly a passionate message, and I mean passionate is like flirty, right? Having a hard time making this decision because it's very deep within you. We have two moons here, which is very interesting. So it indicates to me that possibly you still have some energy to sit in here to try and make this decision. I don't know when the next full moon is, but I have a feeling that right now is a time of of trying to dig deep and look within, I just want to say to you that I think you have a certain idea about what's going on here, but things are not as they seem. You're making a decision based on something that's got you blind. So maybe you don't know if your person is in a partnership. You don't know if this person has already got a permanent person. Standing your ground in the Three Pentacles, right? You don't know if the person you're thinking about this week already is dating or maybe in a serious relationship. Two of Swords and the Moon. I can't see a way clear to make this decision. It's really dark here. Everything, it's like you don't have the total picture. I really need to say something. We really need to talk about it. I need to liberate myself from this situation. Queen of Swords is here with the Knight of Cups. Liberating myself and talking about my feelings. It feels like somebody's hiding their feelings, Cancer. That I'm just saying, you don't necessarily show everything on the surface right away unless you're really comfortable and you're very trusting and you can feel that person's energy. This is Cancer energy, also Piscean energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have the Queen of Wands. So this is someone that you're highly attracted to, someone who is maybe a business owner or someone who does their own thing. They just walk, they walk opposite of everybody else. It's like they don't follow the crowd. They do their own thing. They're a trailblazer. And I think that you have feelings for this person. This person could also be the Queen of Swords. Maybe they are divorced or liberated. And now they're speaking out. So this person probably is super honest with you. You don't know if the Queen of Wands is really in for the long haul, though. The Queen of Wands, you see this person as someone who's kind of impulsive as it pertains to romance. That they don't give much stability in a relationship. Why the Hanged Man? You're trying to see their side of it, or trying to find a solution. It feels like between the Moon card and trying to make the decision, it's like you're trying to make a decision about whether or not this is going to end up being a sacrifice. Is it just going to end up being like, we're going to start this Ace of Wands, but Knight of Wands is right next to the Hanged Man. You're wondering if this is going to be stable at all, if this person's going to be willing to give you any type of stability. What's this here? Somebody's going to take action, whether it's you or them. Someone's going to send a message. It's just going to be a surprise pop-up or pop-in. The Nine of Wands it's making them scared, whoever it is, if it's you or if it's them, because we haven't spoken in a long while, but someone intends on going from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Wands, which is getting attention. It is being on your high horse, a little bit of ego. I'm just saying, it is kind of a bit egoic if you haven't spoken with this person that you think, yeah, they'll talk to me. Yeah, they'll talk to me. Six of Wands, yeah. So I feel like you want the victory. And I feel like that's what you're after. That's why you're showing up as the Emperor, because the Emperor's one and done, right? Like, I feel like you're kind of over the bullshit and you're kind of in the one and done energy. I need this, I want this, I'm going to go get this. Yep, King of Wands showed up. All right. All right, Leo, this one is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you so much for clicking here if you're a cross watcher. Thank you for doing that. And I am here for you for the sneak peek for this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Leo, please, for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Leo. So Leo, there's going to be a conversation this week. I think that, I feel like that's what you want, that you are hoping that there is going to be a conversation about opening a new path in passion or opening a new path of love here. The Queen of Swords is someone who isn't scared to speak their mind, but they're going to deal with all of this in logic and reason and factual things. But the Ace of Cups tells me that those things are going to be about how you feel. I think that with the Three of Wands, you've been waiting for someone to connect with you or contact you, but that's not happening. I feel like you still stand here and wait, and you're waiting for You're wondering what's going on. So I feel like you're going to, be super honest and use very deliberate words. And I think you're about to be very factual and logical and honest and transparent about your feelings. I think you're hoping that this is going to send you off to some sort of adventure. I feel like you're waiting, though. You're waiting for something here. Let's find out what it is. We got the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like, as it goes out into the future here, that's future energy for me. It's all 10 cups, man. Like, it's the apex of happiness. It's the relationship or the unit that feels like a family. So someone, I think, offered you the Ace of Cups. I want to say that you didn't give them an indication on the surface of how you felt, but I think that you feel really deeply for the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but the King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. So I feel like you are waiting for this person to communicate with you. You're hoping for that going into the future. I don't think that you expected that you were going to have this many feelings, because the Knight of Swords is here with the King of Cups, and that tells me that you jump to a conclusion of, I'm in love, or I have really deep feelings for this person. It's super quick, and I don't think that you expected that to happen. But I also feel that we have 2 cups here, and I feel like that person probably feels the same about you as you do about them. I want to say that with the King of Cups, that the energy of having all these deep feelings made you run. I think you ran from the Queen of Swords. So this person is a divorcee, possibly someone who is now, in a position to speak up for themselves. They're not scared to speak up for themselves. They're used to doing it. But I think that when someone spoke up to you about feelings, I think that you ran. Yeah. And I think that you ran, and now you're waiting for this person to chase you. You're waiting for this person to contact you. I just feel that you just don't know how to deal with all these feelings that you're feeling. That's all it is, and you don't want to get hurt. Yeah, you've been hurt before. You don't want to get hurt. So 4 Pentacles, right? It's you're closed off and shut down. I don't want to get hurt, and that's why you didn't show your feelings on the surface. But underneath, it's all, beautiful and deep and lovely, but you're just not, you ran from that, I think. You run from those feelings. Three of Swords. You just cannot endure another broken heart. I can't. Charlie just said, I can't do it. I can't. And so I think that you keep your feelings tucked away. Even when someone comes at you with the Ace of Cups, you keep your feelings tucked away, Leo, because you don't want to get hurt again. You don't want to have to go through the pain of the healing again. You don't want to go through the arguments and fights, right? 3, 4, 5. You don't want to go through arguments and fights and harsh words, and that's what love is to you. I think that's the only type of love that you know. Yeah, and then it's left with you doing all the self-work, right? Trying to do the self-mastery, trying to heal the heart, and you're wondering if that's really even what you want to get into. So I think that when you felt the depth of the feelings for somebody here, that you ran, and now you're hoping that they would, the 3 Wands are here. I think you're waiting for them to call you or waiting for them to contact you, and they're not chasing you. We have the 3 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. Why the 3 of Cups? Because of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So I think that you want some type of reunion. This person's not reaching out to you, and I think you're going to reach out to them. And I think you're going to do it because you need change. And change is hard for you, but you need to do something different. If you always do what you always did, you're always going to get what you always got. If you want to get out of this timeline and hop over to a happier timeline, I think it's time to do that. The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's destiny that there's a reunion. If you've been working on this broken heart here, it's destiny that you should have this reunion, or take this person out, or maybe go on a date, or have a celebration, or take them to a public place, meet your friends, whatever. But the Wheel of Fortune is here to say it's destiny. You could be dealing with a fixed sign as well, because this is the Wheel of Fortune, and Leo is here, but so is Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. Mostly the Wheel of Fortune is about hard change, right? Because change is necessary for progress. And when the wheel shows up, it's destiny. It's getting you back on the path, because without change, there can't be progress. And when you stop progressing in your life, it's misery. So I feel like there's a lot of fortunate things coming up. I think that you're about to have a really incredible, fun, social summer and fall. Like between now and October. I think it's about to be action-packed and fun. We have the Knight of Wands. I like it. Leo, the Knight of Wands tells me that you're not interested in just going in for one thing anymore. You want to try and give somebody some stability. That you're not about the games, you're not about just the passion, you're not about running in and out. I feel like you are going slow, and you're listening for the universe, you're watching for signs. I feel like you're going slow, or maybe you've stopped. Maybe you're just trying to heal the broken heart. Because understand that this Knight of Wands not being able to give anybody stability, it's a trauma response, man. It is. It's being hurt over and over and over again. It's also probably dragged in from your childhood. I'm not a psychologist, but I've been through some of these things, so I have a bit of wisdom. I am the Empress after all. And we have Temperance, which is the energy of Sagittarius. I think you're healing this. I love it. Leo, you're healing your impulsivity. You're healing the, you're finding more balance, the balance between, meeting someone and not going in for the passion first. And, sometimes when you do that, you just create a sort of physical relationship that really doesn't transpire from there. Because, if all you've got in common is the passion, then it doesn't usually work out. But I love that Temperance is here with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. It tells me that you are deciding that you gotta heal that part of you. Yeah, if you want to be happy, you got to heal that part of you. It's always been the unfinished business in your life. I feel like you are healing the part of you that is super impulsive and makes bad decisions quickly. I feel that the universe is ducking their head in here with Angel Michael and balance and saying, this is how you get the balance. You take care of the unfinished business, even if it's hard. You take care of the unfinished business. That means getting yourself a closure, giving someone else closure. So I feel like that's the hard part for you, closing things out or giving people closure or getting closure. Yeah, and I think it starts in childhood, to be honest. I think you are about to contact someone. I think it's the person who offered you the cup and made you run. I feel like you are willing to take your part of whatever happened that made you run. The universe is giving you another chance. We've got Piscean and Virgo energy here. I feel as though you want a second chance to explore a long-term relationship, even though you're scared of it. But I think for the first time in probably a long while, you feel like there's unfinished business with someone. I don't think you've felt that with anyone before. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. You've been thinking about getting the victory with someone who's very popular. They might have a lot of people looking at them. This person is on fire. Whatever they do in their life has people watching them. And I think that you're thinking for a long while, and it's making you crazy, that you know that this person offered themselves to you and you didn't take it. And I think that worries you, that this person is going to find someone new, because I think you've had a realization. There's a light behind the head of the King of Cups here. I think you've had a realization that that this person is your wish fulfillment, whoever I'm talking about. Could be talking about a fixed sign, could be talking about Pisces or Virgo. Cancer is here as well. Yeah, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And that's coming up this week for you, my friend. All right, Virgo, this is you. Just trying to get some cards here without knocking everything over. All right, here we go, Virgo. This is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you, Virgo, for clicking here. And cross watchers, I do appreciate you so much. And let's take a look here. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me what's coming up for Virgo in this sneak peek for this week, please. Virgo. Virgo. All right. Standing your ground on love, even though it doesn't make you feel good. What is this about, Virgo? I don't feel like you're happy where you are. This particular depiction shows me someone who might be in jail or behind bars. There is the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground and always having to jump to your own defense. So it almost feels like you might be in a relationship right now with someone who doesn't believe you love them. You're standing your ground on the love, but it's worrisome here. It feels like you stay up at night worrying about this connection. I feel like you're very attracted to this person. We've got the Queen of Wands in the future here. You're very attracted to someone that you want to have a new beginning with. There you are, the Hermit. You've been gaining wisdom about a situation that you've been beating yourself up over. I think it's this. We have the Five of Wands here as well. Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. You could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You don't know what's going to happen in the future with this connection, and it worries you. I think you stay up at night. I think you're probably looking far into the future and also looking at what, the ground that you've covered up to here. I'm not a doctor, but it does, in my gut, physically right now at this moment, does feel like worry or anxiety. You have anxiety about this connection that you're in, but it's not a good connection. It's like it's slamming doors and arguments. I feel like reliving that at night, or maybe it's happening at night, and you're staying in this relationship even though it's been Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords even. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting. You've been trying to make a decision here, I think. The Eight of Swords tells me that you're in your head, and no, it's a self-imposed prison, right? You're the only one who can find your path to happiness. And if you're not happy where you are, it only stands to reason that maybe it's time to move, logically. Seven of Wands is I'm standing my ground in the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you are not able to come to a resolution, that you've been waiting in this relationship because you've been waiting for things to get better, and things aren't getting better. They're coming to an end, in fact. This is the Nine of Swords. And so this cycle is about to end. That doesn't mean you won't open up another cycle with this person. It just means that it goes to the 10, and then we go to the Ace, where we get, communication. We open a line of communication and start talking about things. I think you've been in this relationship for a few years, and that's why you're not leaving. You've already invested your time here. Seven of Pentacles is I'm waiting, because this love, I'm not sure if I should go or if I should stay. I think you've gone from thinking about obsessively about Is this the place where I'm supposed to be? Am I being nurtured here? Is this growing even? I think that there is a cycle that's about to end here. So maybe it's a cycle of worry, but it feels like maybe a relationship cycle. Doesn't mean you won't drop right back in the cycle, you understand, right? A lot of people do it over and over. Let's give it another try. Let's give it another try, right? We have the Page of Swords. You've learned something that's put you up in your head. You've come across some sort of information, some knowledge. And that's why you're wondering whether you should stay. Tell me about this Page of Swords, please. What's the information? What's the knowledge that you've come across? We have the Nine of Wands. So I think that you, Virgo, have learned something about a person that you're in a relationship with that doesn't make you feel good about the situation. I think this person's been flirting or taking action with other people. And I think that they're saying things like, oh, my relationship is so terrible and that's why I'm flirting with you. Do you know what I mean? The Nine of Wands and the King of Wands. I feel like you've come to some sort of knowledge that your person is either got people in the DMs or flirting or, you know, like being impulsive with people, but using the Nine of Wands to be a little bit manipulative. It feels like somebody is saying, well, like I'm so abused in my relationship that that's my justification for being the King of Wands. I'm in charge here anyway, and I feel like I should be able to do what I want to do, but I'm tired of being behind the fear wall. I want to be brave. Like I feel like you learned that someone that I think that you're with or dating with or living with has been talking to other people about you in the DMs. Yeah. And some of them could be someone who's vying for their attention, people that she or he is flirting with. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have the Six of Pentacles that says, yeah, your person's giving you reciprocity, but they're giving way more to someone else. So I just want to say this is sort of a common thing that's been coming up for Virgo over and over. King of Wands and Six of Pentacles tells me absolutely everything I need to know. We're being impulsive and we're talking to a bunch of people and, you know, I'm giving more to everyone else than I'm giving to you. I don't want to get caught though. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's really passionate talk going on here. It feels like there's passionate talk. I feel like this person's not telling you about this. Knight of Swords is in the reverse. Your person's not taking action on any of this, I want you to know. They're not actually physically going out and meeting people. But I think that they're doing a lot of talking in DMs about you, about not being happy in this relationship. And I think you're worrying about that. You might already know this and you're worried about that. You're wondering if your person is going to go outside of your relationship. You're wondering if they're going to be impulsive and go outside the relationship. I don't think your person is taking any of, like they're not taking any offers, is what I want to say, but they do enjoy getting the attention and being in the DMs with someone who's giving them sympathy or empathy because they don't know your situation, Virgo. Tell me what's got you in your head. The Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. I should just take my abundance and move along. Yeah. So that's the decision that I feel like the universe is tugging at you or pushing at you, giving you a shove, saying, come on, it's time to go. You've got better things ahead of you here. The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Swords tells me that things start moving really quickly after some sort of conversation that arises between you and the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I feel like you want truth, clarity, and honesty from the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like you're thinking, like, I got to do this because it's time to go. Yeah. Yeah, you're bored here. I don't think it's... Yeah, you're going to take charge. You're going to take charge and you're going to be the person who's going to move forward. I think in the future, there is some romance here for you and some big feelings and an Empress. So, you know, I feel like you have a lot of great things coming up quickly in the future, but I think that you're in a situation that you don't want to be in. I feel like it's coming to an end because we've got the Knight of Swords has got, you know, one sword at the ready here, right? And I feel like there is 10 swords here. So I feel like something is ending. The cycle is about to end. Yeah. And I think you're the one that's going to end it. I think you're the one that realizes this tug and pull here from the universe is destiny. Things have to change. You've come to the end of the road, my friend. Things have to change in order to progress. And you need progress. Yeah. And I think that you know that. You're showing up as the emperor. I think you're just going to... You're going to decide to take charge of the empire. You're going to do it, make your decision, and go with it. Yep. Good for you. Good for you, Virgo. All right, Libra, it's you next. My beautiful creatives, how are you? Beautiful, balanced friends. I haven't ever met a Libra who wasn't beautifully creative. Yeah. All right, Libra, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra for the sneak peek for this week, please. Sneak peek for this week for Libra. Got the windows open, y'all, and you're probably going to hear some yard work and stuff going on. All right. What we got here? We've got the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands. Interesting. I feel like you're looking for a stable relationship or a stable, passionate person. Someone who can give you passion, but someone who can also give you some stability. You might be communicating with someone right now, or if you're not, there's a message that's about to arrive. It's someone that you see as highly intelligent, very bright. Someone who is the star. You see them as highly intelligent. You see them as all of it. Someone who's beautifully balanced. I feel like this is also telling me that you hope to hear from somebody. We do have the Three of Wands in the past, and I'm not going to ignore that it could be a past person, that you're waiting for the ships to come in on someone from the past for some of you. Others of you, this is the Four Wands, right? And I feel like you are waiting on communication or want to send communication, and maybe you're waiting on it though. It feels like you're waiting on it. Waiting on communication, Page of Wands. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. Some of you are waiting for a message from an Aquarius. You're hoping that there's going to be a message. You still have hope for passion. You have hope for starting something new, feeling young again, feeling flirty and fun. I think you've stopped waiting, actually. Yeah, I feel like you're in the mindset of this. If this thing is never going to come round, I should probably just go, because whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. The Six of Swords is learning the lessons. I see all of those swords as communications, connections, and memories and thoughts and all of that you're taking with you. Heavy swords, right? You wouldn't take them with you if they weren't valuable. The Six of Swords is I need to stop waiting. It's chaotic. It feels like chaos. I'm waiting and waiting, and I got to stop waiting. I got to go. Six of Swords, moving forward. I got to go, and I think that you are focusing on the self because the King of Wands is here. So you could have fire in the chart. You don't have to, but I feel like you're wanting to take some type of action in moving forward. Inspired action. But you're in indecision because we have Three Wands. One is in the hand of the Page, one is in the hand of the King. So we have Five Wands, which indicates there is indecision, although you have hope that by moving on, things are going to work themselves out. It's like if you put your back to the situation and stop waiting, will my manifestation come in? I feel like you have been waiting for a while to hear from someone and you haven't. But you're still hoping. It might be someone who you're very physically attracted to or you have great chemistry with. It might be someone that you started out a physical relationship with, possibly. Yeah, now you're thinking of beginning again. It feels as though you are trying to find a more stable time in your life here. I need to stop waiting. I need to start working on things and materialize things. It's almost like the focus on the self. You need to focus on the 3D. There is some kind of opportunity coming here that's going to create a little bit of money for you, I think. And I don't know what a little bit is to you, but when I see a page, to me it's little bit, right? I think that there is some sort of a passionate project that's coming up that is, yeah, that's going to make you a little bit of money. It's going to put your foot in the door. It might seem insignificant to you, but it's going to get your foot in the door somewhere. And I think that although on the surface it looks like a really small gesture or a really small opportunity that you might usually pass over, I'm going to say don't pass over it. However small it is, and even if they ask you to do it for free, as long as it's within reason, you'll make that decision, right? I trust you're making good decisions. And the King of Wands, yeah, so I feel like it quickly turns into something that you take action on that you've been hoping for. And it's because you've decided to turn your back on the Three of Wands. You decided to stop waiting. I've got the Three of Cups. It's like it turns into kind of a celebratory time in your life. It puts you into a group of people who are very emotional or who are very happy or are in a celebration mood. It's the beginning of finding maybe a new group of people who also have kind of like the same passions that you do. They are all people who are very, very highly skilled in the thing that it is that they do. Some of them are psychics, some of them are teachers, some of them have a lot of wisdom. I think there's a lot of stuff for you to learn here about whatever the Page of Pentacles is. So I want to say that if you've decided you're no longer waiting for whatever you think is coming from the past, moving forward is, the Six of Swords is actually giving the opportunity of the Page of Pentacles. Because you've decided to disconnect from that energy back there and move forward, there is some sort of an opportunity. Now that you're looking forward, you can see it, right? Some sort of an opportunity for, to find a new tribe or a new group of people, or maybe date a little more, whatever that Three of Cups is. But it feels like that these people are, I look at Virgo as, also highly intelligent, having, gone over all the details, very analytical, and, this person has thought everything out, so they know where the pitfalls are. They don't want to get bit by the snake that's on the path, right? Even though they don't have a lot of light here, I think that this person's going by vibration. So I think that you meet people that are on your same vibration, a high vibration, and they're all highly intelligent, or they have a lot of wisdom, or they are people who come together, but maybe they are loners. I know a lot of people like that are highly, highly creative or do something creative for their life, and they are loners because they're always thinking, always within, right? Always trying to better the self. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Just listening. Yeah, it almost seems like even when you're away from this group, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about projects. What can I start? What can be brand new? It's like they've put a fire in your heart, or they put a fire under you. It's like lit a fire within you here. And these people are high vibrational people who are very smart, but it's even, I feel like it comes at a time when you need some cash flow. And I'm not saying that you're broke, but I'm saying that, I think you need some cash flow, or you're feeling lonely or feeling disconnected or having a hard time in your life with whatever the situation is, whether it's money or not. I think that that things are about to get better. But I think it's been a hard time. But I think connecting with this group of people is going to bring in a little bit of cash flow to maybe take you to the Six of Pentacles. The High Priestess is someone who is really listening to their gut, but also someone who's silent, someone who's really not sharing. So you might not be sharing with this group of people that you just met, that you're really struggling to be on the outside of a group, or struggling with finances. I think that there is either somebody who's in the group who's connected to you by the gut, but somebody here knows that you feel that way. Could be someone who is a Pisces. I think you know it's going to get better. You just got to stand your ground. Yeah. You just got to keep moving forward. Keep pushing forward, no matter how dark it gets. Keep pushing forward and be willing to find the wisdom in the trials that you're experiencing right now. I think that you'll find that standing your ground in whatever thought pattern you're in right now, standing your ground with feeling it all out with your gut, yeah, they're teaching you to look at things in a different point of view, teaching you to maybe surrender or soften your perspective, that you don't have to stand your ground on everything, Libra. We have the Knight of Cups, that you could be soft and you could be loving, and that we're going to love you anyway, regardless of what decision you make here. It's like you've got a new group of people who you feel kind of defensive with, but they're going to show you their love. They're going to show you their love. They're going to show you the way to see things from another perspective. Maybe you have a hard time changing your mind. I know you're not a fixed sign, but maybe you have a hard time changing your mind. I feel like in this group of people, you may meet someone who you have a romantic interest in. Someone who could be a Cancer or a Pisces. It feels like someone who is a Pisces thinks about you. Tell me what this Page of Pentacles is, please. I feel like, it feels like this group is very high vibing. It is about to really soften you or give you flexible ways of thinking. And like, not saying that you're not flexible, but you could have something that's in the moon and the rising that's giving me the energy of, you got to be more flexible with your words. You have to be more flexible with people in general. You can't keep everything under the surface and then expect that people are going to want to connect to you. The Five of Swords and the Seven of Cups tells me that, you've been in lots of situations over and over, having a lot of opportunity to feel the heart space, but it feels like it ends up in harsh words at the end every time, and then you end up walking away. So I think that the Page of Swords is in the reverse. Yeah, you end up walking away after harsh words. Or maybe there's misunderstandings. Or maybe I gotta grow, so I gotta go. I think the reason that you have turned your back on waiting for someone from the past is just that. I think you have a history of arguing with this person or them arguing with you. I think that maybe you're not good at showing your feelings on the surface and it ends up in an argument because this person wants more from you than you can give. And I don't think that you're unwilling to give it. I just think that you have a page type view possibly of the expectations in a relationship. So maybe you haven't been dating for very long, or maybe you're newly single, or something like that. I feel like this group of people is good for you, and I think that you should stay with that. They're going to give you balance. There we are. You're going to realize that these people have a lot of good things to say, that they're also highly intelligent, that they speak their mind, and they're very honest, and it's all going to give you balance. No more guesswork. Yeah, this is a good group of people, and I think they're going to lead you to someone of romantic interest. So I think this week, either you realize this group, or you get in touch with this group, or maybe you just find them in a public place. You just never know, right? Yeah. All right. Here we go, Scorpio. It's water time. How are you, Scorpio? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so much, always. Thank you for your attention on the Scorpio video. I appreciate that as well. You always remind me to stop and drink my water. Thought thought I'd dust off the After Tarot. I haven't used it in a long while, so let's find out what's going on here for you, Scorpio, for this sneak peek for this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. You're always welcome as a cross-watcher. Thank you so much. Let's look at Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio. Scorpio energy, please. Ace of Wands. It feels like this is a new beginning, a new passionate beginning that I want to say is orchestrated by the universe. If you are looking at the Ace of Wands right now, looking at possibly having a new passionate start in something, I don't care what the something is, I feel like it's divinely guided. The salamander's here, and the salamander is all about protection and divine guidance. Salamander's on the hand of God, or the creator, whoever that is for you, your source. I think you're going to stop fighting it. You're going to stop fighting how you feel about someone. We usually see the Five of Wands as being in combat, but look, everybody stop fighting. I think you're going to stop fighting. You want the victory. You're going to stop fighting. I think what you're fighting is that you don't want this Ace of Wands to start because you think you're going to get hurt. I want to tell you the salamander is protection. You're not going to get hurt. 5 and 1 is 6 tells me that you do want victory, and you could be someone who gets a lot of attention from other people, or maybe your person is, but there is going to be some type of victory here after you decide to stop fighting the path. This is the brand new path for you here. Scorpio, stop fighting the path. The lover is on the path. Yeah, you know what? I just think that you have been so much in indecision. I think you come from a place of, I'm looking at 6 wands, and that is, victory after the fight, or after having a really hard time in the past. What I want to say, Scorpio, is that you're the person who keeps getting hurt over and over again. And you're holding yourself back from this new path of passion because you don't want to get hurt, but know that you are taken care of. Salamander's protection. This person is being sent to you by the universe. This is a soulmate. This is someone, a soulmate relationship is very easy, y'all. So if you're in a tumultuous, terrible, horrible, argumentative state with somebody, that's not your soulmate. Soulmate relationships are not like that. Maybe we should do that, huh? So nobody loses their minds over at YouTube. All right. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We have the 6 of Pentacles. You don't know if this person's single. You're not really sure if they're single, and you don't want to get hurt. I'm going to say that this person's very charitable. They have time to spend with you, and they want to spend time with you. You've got your eye on the partnership. Like, I feel like you're probably someone who doesn't hurt for money, and that you are very charitable, or your person is. You need to stop fighting the reciprocity. Tell me more. Just listening. Okay. So I feel that you hold yourself back because you're scared of attracting someone who's codependent. You've been hurt in this condition before. I want to say that the 6 of Pentacles is here with the devil because I think you're an overgiver. Scorpio, I think you're the one who loves to spend money on friends and family. When you're in a relationship, I think you're very generous. But I feel as though you've been hurt this way before. There have been people who have taken advantage of your money situation, and that's how you've been hurt before financially, I feel. And then it's like you got to fight your way out. So this is why I think that you are so wary of whoever this is. Could be a Gemini, doesn't have to be, could be Capricorn. You're so very wary about this lovers here because you're wondering, is this another toxic relationship? And you don't want to get hurt. And I think that you have been hurt before. You've given your all because you love to give, and just to be hurt later or have to fight your way out of it, or it turns to harsh words. It moves too quickly. Yeah, it feels like it in the past it's moved too quickly. And so you're avoiding this here because you think that it could be a toxic connection. I'm going to tell you again, the salamander tells me that you're protected. So I don't think that it's going to be this way. I think the devil is probably your perception or how you feel or the energy that you're living in. Strength. It's Leo. I want to be seen. I want to be seen, and I want to talk to this person. I need to be courageous. I need to tame the inner beast and stop thinking the worst. Stop leaping to conclusions. Yeah, stop jumping to conclusions. I think that you have opportunities in love, but I also feel as though, you know, that once somebody gets a hold of your cup, that they pour it out. And so you're back into the dating scene, the Three of Cups. This person is actually pouring out whatever is in the cup. So they're accepting the opportunity, but it's like it runs out. You have to have the courage to move forward regardless of that. There's always going to be people who are going to do that to you, but it's up to you to be in your gut to know who those people are. I think you keep bumping into people who are quite toxic, people who are the Knight of Swords, and the devil is giving me that they have toxic words, or maybe they are arguers, or they fight with the people around you, or they're damaging your relationships with other people. It's kind of like that's what you're used to. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because that person is pouring out the cup, right? And then the Ace of Cups shows up. So I think somebody here has regrets I think you're already having regrets for not taking this Ace of Wands, but I think that you want to find love, but you're scared to get hurt because it always starts the same way with the Ace of Cups, and then that person pours it out, and there I go, I gotta be strong, and things get tough, and words get hard, and all of that stuff. So you've never really had an opportunity to be happy in a long-term relationship, it feels. You're trying to stop thinking about someone. This is the lover here. They could be Gemini, maybe they're not, but this person is someone that you feel is a soulmate. And I think that you're holding yourself back. You got to stop fighting yourself. Yeah. Not everybody's going to be toxic. I don't think that this person is toxic, the lover. I think this is someone who's interested in waiting for the right person. I think you are as well. I think this person is interested in growth. They're interested in following the path they've created for themselves. I think this person is very busy because they're engaged in a lot of hard work. This person is growing pentacles, right? When you plant the Ace of Pentacles, it changes your life. And this person here has got 7 of them. It's like slow growth here. The Ace of Cups. You're no longer worried about going slow. and nurturing something and not moving fast. Because I think in the past it's like we move really too quickly here, and then I find out that they're in the DMs with someone else, or that I'm giving more than they are. Page of Cups. Just listening. I want to say with the Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands that it feels like that you're fighting a new beginning here. You're fighting a new beginning and you're fighting new love. You're kind of standing your ground. You're a little bit defensive about it, right? That's what the Seven of Wands is. And these people are engaged in, arguing with each other or fighting. It feels like you feel that, it starts out, with this. It starts out with meeting someone and getting connected to them emotionally. Things begin to grow, and then all of a sudden the fight breaks out. Standing your ground on some communication with the King of Wands. You could be the King of Wands. It's like somebody wants to take action to communicate with someone, but they're fighting with themselves. They're fighting with themselves. This could be a brand new start. The Page of Cups. It could be I feel like you have affection for someone. King of Wands is whether they're feminine or masculine. I think is someone who's quite attractive and very driven, and someone who is very passionate. Someone who's passionate about life and just passionate about passion as well. Yeah, I think that nothing's going on with this person because you've been very busy. I think you've been busy working on the self, if I'm being honest, and I think that life keeps you busy. But I feel like what's going to happen is that while you're not looking, while your back's to the whole thing, while you're juggling and keeping everything going in your life, paying attention to you, paying attention to the self, I feel like there's communication from the King of Wands, feminine or masculine. This person wants to talk to you. Tell me about this here, the Lovers. Someone has picked you after an ending and they want happiness with you. There's karma here. You're very overwhelmed. Yeah, I feel like you're very overwhelmed and very confused. You know what you want, but you're not, it doesn't necessarily know that you know the path to get there. And I think that old habits in your mind about how things usually end up in a relationship is making you scared to move forward. I think that the universe knows that, and I feel like you're going to get some communication from someone who might have fire in the chart or who is a fire sign. And I feel like this person wants to speak with you. And they've been waiting to speak with you, in fact. They've been waiting for you to call them, but because you're not calling them, I think that they're going to reach out to you. All right. Sagittarius, my fire signs. I am a Sagittarius rising. Thank you so much for clicking here. This is for you, the sneak peek for this week, Sag. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag this week. Sneak peek for this week for Sag, please. Sagittarius. Welcome, cross watchers. It's a long shuffle. Why was that? Oh. Huh. I just heard the Traveling Wilburys say it's the end of the line of the line. What is the name of that song? Somebody is done with a really hard cycle. Sagittarius, I think it's you. You're at the end of the line. It's time to drop the burdens, and I think you have. I think that the stars in this deck are pentacles. you know what? I think that you've had a change of mind. It's like, I'm not going to let anybody treat me like that anymore. Yeah, you're going to give me reciprocity, but you're going to do it from a distance because I feel like you're talking to other people. And if you are, I'm out. It's the end of the line. I feel like you've had a change of energy here, that you've decided that you're no longer going to get hurt over and over again. That if the person that's coming towards you is going to breadcrumb you, you're out. Nope, I don't need it. And that, I think, you're standing on. I think it's a change of mind, a change of energy. I'm done getting hurt. I'm unburdening myself here, and I'm no longer getting into situations where I'm giving more than the other person is giving to me. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. I think this week you're like, yeah, I'm over that. I'm no longer giving people my energy if they can't give me all their energy. If they can't give me straight up 6 pentacles and they're going to be sharing with other people, I don't need it. Whew. The thing is you know, that Sagittarius is a sign that is not fixed, but understand that the other signs, well, the mutable signs for sure, are a little bit more flexible than the fixed signs, but nonetheless, can also stand on a point, right? It's not like you're always going to be flexible in your thinking. You're a fire sign. I feel like you've come to some sort of a wisdom, or you've come to a place where you've been by yourself thinking about things, and you've decided, I got to unburden myself, and I'm not doing this to myself again. And the thing is Virgo is quite critical. I had Virgo and critical together. Virgo can be quite critical of self, and that can come out as being critical of other people, right? But I feel like you're really looking over the situation and being really critical with the situation. Like, if somebody's not going to give me all of their attention, then I'm going to see that, and I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to let them step over that line. I'm going to go back into hermit mode. I'm going to go into self-preservation mode. That's what that is. And I'm going to look at that again and make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because once you close the door, you're not going back. And that's why we've got fixed signs. It's about learning your lesson. Yeah, learning your lesson, getting your karma, coming to a successful resolution. Like, I really do feel this is a successful resolution and a success for you. That you're closing this door to allowing people to give you half of their energy when you're giving them double. I think it's not a bad idea. Not at all. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. But first you have to find the strength to close the door. Yeah. And that can be the hard thing, right? Especially if you're in a relationship where it's lopsided and you're not getting as much attention as everything else. And it doesn't even have to be that your person is looking at other people. Maybe they have a business. Maybe they run a business. Maybe they're a CEO. Maybe they're a doctor, you know? Like, maybe your person has a very busy life, but it turns out being kind of lopsided in the energy because you don't get the energy that you want from this person. You're giving 100%, they're giving 50%, you know, because they have another 50% they have to spread around the world to everybody else. So the strength is you gotta find the courage to close the door on this behavior, or allowing this behavior, because understand that no one's in charge but you. No one's doing anything to you. You're allowing it to happen. So I feel like this is you shutting the damn door and saying, no more. I'm unburdening myself with being hurt over and over again, and I'm not gonna let this happen. I gotta be strong and close the chapter on that. Good for you. It's all about self-worth, y'all. It is. When you don't have self-worth, you will let just about anybody rock your world. We have the full moon. Interesting. You know, the Hermit is about service, right? Virgo energy is very much about service. I don't think I've ever met a Virgo, whether sun or rising, or moon really, that wasn't beautifully kind and very much in service of the people around them. Of course, it always depends on the moon and rising, y'all. You might be saying, no, that's not my experience with a Virgo. Well, you might have had a Virgo with a certain moon and rising sign. That's why. So I want to say that The universe is lending you a hand. You've got strength here. You want to be seen, but you also want to be in balance. You also want to be courageous, and you have to close this door. I feel like you do it by the full moon. So I think that this week you're thinking about it. I don't even know when the next full moon is. If you do, if you want to put it in the comments, I will pin it. But I don't even know, that's a time frame for you, and I don't know when that is. Not your astrologer. Nope. You're going to have a key to something. It's like you're going to close the door to something. You're the only one that has the key. You're going to close the door to something. You're going to have the strength to do that. The full moon is about ending cycles. It's about ending stuff and cleaning stuff up, for sure. It's about an old cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. And I think that when you do decide to unload this, because I think that the people that you've been with in the past have made you feel like it was your problem, like you were a problem. And I think you're just letting all of that go. Chariot here is Cancer energy. They're the King of Cups. The moons are cups in this deck, and we've got the King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I feel like you are going to make a move as it pertains to your emotions and being emotionally available. I think you're changing. I think that you want to be seen as emotionally available, as someone who doesn't really show their emotions on the surface, but I do feel like you do maybe tuck your feelings away a little bit. If you do have water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, you're someone who might be just a little bit under the surface, even if you're a Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And I feel like that the King of Cups energy is giving me psychic energy, that there is Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces. It feels like you are about to make a decision to move forward and have some victory in love, and you're actually not going to let anybody take advantage of you. The thing is after all of this, I think that you're still emotionally available and you still want to be seen, and you're trying to have courage to do that. You want victory, but I think, the Chariot is also about balance. You got to keep all that crap in balance, or that Chariot's off the road, right? I feel like you get some balance around the full moon and decide that victory is yours. The victory in love can be yours. You can be seen as someone who is beginning again. Page of Pentacles is like something is about to start. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles here. Two of Pentacles. That's three Pentacles. It's a partnership. You're about to bump into someone in the 3D. It's around the full moon. There will be a situation, I feel, where you're kind of in a public place. It could be on the street in your car. It could be on your bicycle. You could be in a vehicle of some sort. But it almost feels like it's you bump into the King of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Page of Pentacles is here. And then the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is like it's at a time when things are really busy for you. So it could be, maybe you're like running out of your business and running down the street to get a cup of coffee because it's so freaking busy. And then boom, you meet somebody in the 3D. Someone who kind of looks at you like, wow. They see your depth immediately. Yeah, it's all a manifestation here. It's like it comes at a really busy time when you don't expect it, and it frustrates you. You've been sad, like, where's my manifestation? I've made this decision to have this self-respect. Where's my manifestation? I feel like it's been making you sad, but what I want to say is that it is coming. And King of Wands, I feel like there is someone coming that is going to take action here to have some victory with you. Page of Wands, there's some passion coming up here. Eight of Pentacles. It could be someone from the workplace. It doesn't have to be, but it could also be about self-mastery, that you've worked on yourself and that you're someone who is maybe a little bit flirtatious and is looking for victory here. I think somebody's going to flirt with you. I think it's at a very busy time, like at maybe, I don't know, you're at the grocery store or something. It's going to happen around the full moon here. And it feels like you've been by yourself from this point for a little bit. You've been in hermit mode for a little bit. We have the 8 of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands, and we have the new moon. So on the new moon, I think that it could be like around the full moon, you bump into this person. And by the new moon, this person is coming back to communicate with you. Yeah, you're single. Yeah, I think that you're tired of being alone, that you want the passion. And you've been manifesting it, but you've been so busy that you're like, how am I even going to go out, Elsie? Like, I work from home, I sleep from home, I feed the kids from home, I eat from home, like I never go out anywhere. I feel like it's a chance meeting. And I feel as though it could be someone that you've worked with before, or maybe that sees you've worked on yourself. This person could be younger than you. Somebody's going to flirt with you, and it's going to surprise you, I think. But I do feel that that's what's going to happen this week. Yep. All right. Capricorn, this is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn. Thank you so much if you're a cross watcher. Thank you for clicking here. I hope that you'll offer a thumbs up if you like this content. Thanks, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn energy, please. Capricorn. We have the Hermit. We have the Queen of... Oh yeah, the deck's upside down. That's all right. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Hermit in the reverse. And we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Just listening. Someone here has really been working on themselves. The Hermit is in reverse. I've been by myself a long time. I gotta reconnect with people. I gotta get out of the hermit mode. I'm making myself crazy with thinking about things over and over, and it can get a little obsessive. Being in hermit mode can get a little obsessive. I know I've been there. We all have over COVID, right? We were all in some sort of a hermit mode, a hermit state. Yeah, because there's no reciprocity there. I think that you went into hermit mode because you're doing a lot of work on yourself. Capricorn, I think that you've decided to turn your efforts inward, and that instead of servicing all the people around you, instead of giving this one your energy, that one your energy, that one your energy, I think you've decided to harness your energy. And although you can't spend your time completely alone, I feel like you go in and out of these moments of contemplation by yourself, in a place by yourself, whether that means the family's upstairs and you go to the basement or whatever that is. But I think that you're really thinking about things. I think that the Hermit in the reverse tells me that someone's come to a conclusion, or maybe has had a moment of clarity here about things that you've been meditating on or thinking about or really searching yourself about. You're on a path of really looking at the self and knowing that you don't feel good where you are right now, so it's time to do the work on the self. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. There is someone in your life who's not giving you any reciprocity. Someone who is not being fair with you. Tell me more. The Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, but also Taurus and Virgo in this reading. We have Virgo here in the Hermit energy. Six of Wands and the Fool. You're working on yourself because you've come through a tough patch. I feel like it's time for you to have victory now. It's time for you, for people to have their eyes on you. I think that you're, it doesn't feel selfish at all. I'm just saying that I feel like you need attention. You've been away from people or in hermit mode for a long time. And I feel like after you've been working on yourself, when you do come out of hermit mode, I feel like it brings a lot of attention. I also feel with the Six of Wands that it's just telling me that you've come through a dark place. Like you've come from a really hard place in the past, and that's why you've been working on the self. You want victory here, but the Six Wands are created by hardships. You know, it's after the fight, there is some victory in moving forward or having a new beginning. There is someone who is in your life that is not really being fair or not giving you your share or not giving you enough energy, whether that's money, love, or whatever it is. I feel like you're kind of over it. We have the Page of Cups. You want an apology or you're out. You want the apology or you are out. I feel like the Six of Wands tells me that you're kind of gaining a little bit of strength. Yeah, to drop some burdens. I like it. You're gaining a little bit of strength, and it almost feels like a little bit of tenacity. Like you're like, this is Leo energy. You're like, nah, brah, no, I'm in charge. I'm the one who's the leader. And I feel like it gives you attention, or people give you attention because of that. It's almost like you're starting to gain momentum as you're in the reverse energy here, Capricorn. You're starting to look over life and know that it's got to be you first. You must have your victories. But I think that this is telling me here that if this person doesn't come up with some sort of a heartfelt apology, that I think you're out. I think you're just dropping your burdens and you're gone. I'm just going to say that if they don't apologize, I don't think it's going to be the worst thing, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It is destiny. It's time for you to drop the burdens. This is all happening because of the Wheel of Fortune. All of this change and hardship that you've been going through, I feel like it's been really hard for you. I feel like the change that you're going through is meant by the Wheel of Fortune. And so when I tell some of you, if you are the person who is in this situation right now where you're trying to regain your strength, regain your power, regain your stability, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here saying, yeah, and that's what change is all about. Because in order for things to fall together, they first must fall apart. And I think it starts with somebody who's waiting on an apology. And if I don't get that apology, I'm just going to unburden myself and move along. And honestly, for some of you, I think that's what's supposed to happen. So if you don't get that apology, I think that's your sign that you just got to keep moving. There's beautiful things coming for you. The Wheel of Fortune is fortunate energy. It is fixed energy. It is Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. I feel like once you drop these burdens, I think the burdens you're dropping is you might be leaving some sort of a situation, because I think you're gaining momentum here and you're starting to feel like you can have a victory. So if somebody doesn't give you an apology, you're out, but I think that's what you're supposed to do. It leads you to 10 Pentacles. The changes here that are happening now that feel terrible and awful, and maybe you're having a new start because someone's not being fair, I feel this is all destiny. It's all falling apart so it can fall back together again, and I think it ends up being the 10 of Pentacles. I don't think that is I feel like you're in a relationship right now that's not working. Yeah, and all this change is making you uncomfortable, so you will be more uncomfortable where you are than where you need to go. It's the only time people make change is when it becomes so uncomfortable to be in the situation that they're in right now that they must move. So the 10 of Coins is here with the Devil, and I feel like there needs to be change here. And there needs to be change because you're in some sort of a toxic poop soup of a relationship. You've been in a relationship for a long time with the Devil. The Devil is Capricorn, but this particular energy of Capricorn is you're in a relationship where someone's attached to you. It's codependent. This person is probably manipulative with the money. They're probably the person who is not giving you attention or who is not being fair with you. Doesn't have to be another Capricorn. Understand the Devil energy is just that. It's energy as well. And it lends energy to whatever's around it, right? So I feel like it's some sort of a relationship right now that is struggling in addiction, or lying or using silence as a weapon. Someone is giving you the silent treatment to try and teach you a lesson. Yeah, it's not good. We have the Ace of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. We don't even have passionate times anymore. I'm not passionate about this path anymore. I feel disconnected from the passion. Maybe it's become toxic. Yeah, maybe it's all that's left. Maybe that's all that's left of the relationship is the Ace of Wands. Is this person going to apologize, Capricorn? You know, I think they're going to give you your apology, but I don't think it's going to be something that is heartfelt. And I think that's going to make you move. I think you go back to being single. I think you have most balance there. And I think you close this chapter because I don't think it's serving you very well. Yeah, the Hierophant energy. And I feel like you wanted a commitment out of this person, but I think that they're flirting with other people. There might be people in the DMs. Just want to see what the new start brings. Healing, brings passionate messages, and brings love. So I feel like you're the one that has to make the hard decision about moving along here. You're closer to it than you were in the last couple of reads, and I just can't get rid of this energy. I feel like this energy is something that's kind of been plaguing you for a little while. You know you have to make a decision, but it is really hard to do that because you're very much in love, and I get it. All right. Let's take a look at you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Did you know that Aquarius is the genius of the zodiac? Yeah. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius energy, the sneak peek for this week, please. Oh, let me shuffle. There we go. Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius, please. Sneak peek for this week, Aquarius energy. Thank you, cross watchers, for watching. I hope you'll offer a thumbs up, whoever you are, and be in the comments. I love to read all the comments and get your energy. All right, what do we have here? We have the Queen of Wands. I always find it interesting that in this deck, the Queen of Wands is dressed in green rather than red. But the Queen of Wands here is someone who is very much in charge of the self. This person is, you know, the Queen of Wands actually is one of the fire court cards that does not have the protection of the universe. Like, I mean, she has this black cat that leads her down the right path, and she does have the staff. She is manifesting. She has the Ace of Wands in her hand, and she's led by passion. But this Queen of Wands here is someone, you know, on the other court cards in the wands, you see that there's a salamander for protection from the universe, and I think that the universe knows that they can't control the Queen of Wands. This person could be impulsive, but, you know, has been given the right path, been given a guide here, this little black cat, right, to lead them on a righteous path. We've got the alchemist here, who is the magician. This Queen of Wands is an alchemist. Someone who is used to creating their own path. They know they're in charge mentally, spiritually. They've always been in charge. And now I think this Queen of Wands is ready to manifest something into, you know, as they're bringing it out of above as so below. I think that the Queen of Wands has all the tools to manifest whatever they want. Six of Swords. Somebody who's moving on with a thought pattern, moving away from a chaotic thought pattern. Somebody here has made a decision that they can move along. We don't have to think in this chaotic way anymore. Aquarius, trying to change your mind about something, I think. We have the Two of Swords. There we go. We talk about changing our mind. Now the Two of Swords indicates there's a block and you're having a hard time changing your mind about something. We have the Prince of Wands, who is the Knight, and then we have the Sun. It's taken a long time to find your happiness. And I think you have some chaotic thoughts about, I need to stop thinking about, put that person's name in there. I think you're thinking on it in a loop. You can't make a decision to stop. You don't want to see the situation for what it is. It could be unrequited. Maybe you're chasing someone who doesn't want you. It's not wanting to see the situation for what it is and trying to make a decision. Now, I've said this in another reading because the full moon is on that card. I just want to say that you're probably going to reach some type of decision by the full moon. I don't know when that is. If you do, put it in the comments. And I think by the next full moon, you're going to start to see the happiness that you have created for yourself by getting yourself unstuck, by moving on, taking what you've learned and moving into the future. I think there's happiness that's following you there, that you're leaving the chaos, you're in charge of it all. It's taken a long time to get here, but I think that you are changing your mind and moving forward. You're trying to think positive. I feel like you're in a growth spurt physically, personally, professionally. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. The thing is I think that when you change your mind, when you stop worrying about how long it's taking and start focusing on the good things, the gratitude, it's sunny here, my life is good, I have a home, I have food in my cupboards, do you know what I mean? You start with the basics, but I feel like you need to be a little bit more grateful about I feel like you see the negatives of being the Queen of Wands, and that is that you're probably a lone wolf. You're by yourself, you're probably single. But what I want to say is that don't stop, because it's taken a long while to get here, but the sun is here. You're going to get clarity on the reasons why you decided to move forward, why you decided to break away from the situation in the past and move forward. You're going to get some answers here. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are counterparts. It tells me that there is somebody that has been taking a long time to get to you. I don't think you know this person. I don't think you do at all. They could be Leo, King of Wands, and the Sun are both Leo. Of course, Aries and Sagittarius in a general reading. But I feel like you've been waiting a long time. It's like you've been manifesting true love for a very long time with the Alchemist here, and it's been taking forever. I think that you are about to meet someone who you feel first and see after. Do you know what I mean? Like, this may not be someone that catches your eye or that you'd give a second glance to, but once you feel their energy, you're absolutely drawn in, and all of a sudden, like, they have the biggest beautiful eyes, and they have, you know what I mean? It's like you notice them noticing you. You really do see them. There is clarity here. And right now it feels sad because you have disconnected from something that felt chaotic. And I feel like this person here is moving on. It almost looks like this person, like the feminine that's in the boat, looks distressed about leaving. And that's why I'm saying that, you know, you didn't really want to go, but you're going. But I'm telling you, you're going to a good place. And as you get to further on into the future, you'll look back and say, oh, that's why that thing took so long, right? Three of Cups, yeah, it looks like this King of Wands is someone that you're going to meet out at a social gathering. I don't think this is someone that you know. I think you're about to bump into someone at a social gathering. Someone who is the person in the room that everyone is attracted to. The person who is getting the most attention, I think, is going to be looking at you. Do you know what I mean? This person is getting a lot of attention. It feels like the quarterback that walks in the room and you're the brand new cheerleader, and they look at you and you're like the only person in the room to them. So everyone's looking at them, and you're not. Like, you're like, oh, that person is probably full of ego. They get a lot of attention. But I feel like even though they do get a lot of attention, I feel like you realize that this person is got their eyes on you. We have the Five of Cups with the Seven of Cups. It's like they would never pick me. This person has a lot of opportunity. They're always waiting on some sort of opportunity to begin. They have the luxury of sitting on the sidelines, waiting for people to come to them, because the King of Wands is highly sought after. The energy, the look, the aesthetic, very attractive, right? The King of Wands is highly sought after, and I feel like it's like you're at a social gathering where someone is there that's very beautiful, and they get a lot of attention from whoever likes to give them attention, and you are kind of watching on the sidelines. Now, this person is really they're paying attention to you. The Sun is here with the Queen, right? The light is on you, and I think that this person, because you're not chasing them or giving them all your attention, I think that they are attracted to you for that. The World card and the Moon. I guess what you don't know is the wait is over. That the World card is here. A brand new chapter. A chapter has ended, and so something is about to begin, but it's scary. So you might be in the middle. I'm thinking of the in-between card from the, Charlie is showing me from the Wisdom of the Oracle, with the flamingo that's in the gray. And then in the color, that's what it feels like here, that you really can't see the color yet. You're in the gray. I feel like the waiting is over, and I think it comes at a time when you're very busy in your life. So that person could walk into your place of work, or you're in the midst of something, volunteering or whatever keeps you busy. It feels like you bump into your love. Yeah, it is your wish fulfillment. So I'm going to say that if you get any people inviting you out places, that it's good to take that advice, because I think that you are about to overcome your heartache. You're about to be brave. I think you're going to meet someone new. You're going to start finding out information. The Page of Swords is here. We're going to start a new conversation about, getting to know each other. We're going to check each other out and figure out if we like each other. I think that you're going to meet someone super special. Ten of Pentacles, someone who's going to be in a long-term relationship with you very soon. All right. Pisces. My two fishes friends, I'm two fishes in my moon sign, and I am grateful that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are someone who is a cross watcher, thank you so much. If you could offer a thumbs up, I will take it. And I will also mark the Pisces Cancer read that I just did. I'll mark it at the end of this video here, so you have a link. But if you haven't seen it yet, those are out. And let's take a look here for Pisces. What's coming up this week for Pisces? Sneak peek for this week. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces, please. Pisces. Oof, what? Wow. Well, Pisces, I feel like someone's having a change of mind. That's what it feels like. The Two of Swords is not being able to make a decision, not really seeing the forest for the trees, right? Not really, it's right in front of you, but you're not making a decision because you're not sure if those are real trees or not. Someone is out in the forest, yeah. Searching for an answer, but I think it's always been with you. You just had to decide it. You had to decide to do it. I think there's a change of mind here. Pisces, you're changing your mind, or someone's changing their mind about you. There is somebody who's on the outside looking in. It's been very quiet or disconnected, or I'm on the outside of your life looking in. And somebody who's been trying to make a decision to have a new beginning or to end something so they can begin something. This really feels like transformative change in the mind. Somebody's changed their mind. Someone you've been quiet with, possibly someone you've worked with. Eight of Pentacles is here, and so is the Empress. You may have worked with the Empress. Maybe you are the Empress who worked with somebody. But I feel like the Empress really is putting in the hard work on the self. So Pisces, I'm not really sure. This is Scorpio energy here that we have. So I'm not sure if that's you or them. You could have Scorpio in the chart. Tell me about Pisces. The Eight of Swords and the Four of Wands. So I really think that you are... I think that there's been no contact with someone, I'm going to say. There's been no contact because someone is not making a decision about moving forward. The thing is this, if we got 8 and 2, which is 10, it's the end of the cycle, and there is somebody who is changing their mind about how they feel about the Four of Wands with you. So someone who feels passionate about you, maybe wants to move in with you, maybe wants to have stability with you, but in a passionate way. We're going to have fun and it's the beginning of something really wonderful. That I feel the Four of Wands is the stability. It's somebody making decision, changing their mind about how they see stability, how they see the Four of Wands. So what does this look like to someone? Does it look like moving in? Possibly. Does it look like we amalgamate our families? Somebody is trying to come to a conclusion or is stuck in the Eight of Swords about whether they want this or not. Three of Wands. You might be waiting for communication, waiting for someone to contact you. I'm going to say that for those of you who have a psychic intuition, that's probably there and you know that this is coming. You feel it already. But it almost is a bit of a crazy feeling, right? Because you know it, you have a knowing, Pisces, but it's not transpiring. And maybe it hasn't been transpiring for a while, but you know it and you can't let it go because you have the knowing. And also, you know that when you decide to change your mind, that sometimes you're wrong. And sometimes you're like, oh, I should have gone with my first inclination. There is somebody who wants to end the silence here. They no longer want to be on the outside of your life looking in, Pisces. And I think you've been waiting for this person. In fact, I think you think about them on the loop, probably late at night. But I think you are... It feels like you're scared of the King of Wands. So what I think it is, Pisces, is you don't want to get roped into some sort of physical relationship that has no stability. You know, the King of Wands does take inspired action. The King of Wands is someone who does everything through passion, but also could have a lot of trauma. I'm just saying, because the King of Wands is forged through fire, and that means that we've been through a lot of hardship in the past, but also this person just has like a fire in their heart. This person is very attractive or very attracted to you, and I also think as much as you've been thinking about the situation, they've been thinking about it as well. You could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. There has to be a conversation here. We have to talk about our connection. Is it just a physical connection? Is it just a passionate connection? Or is it, you know, something that can stand the test of time? Can we have passion and stability? The Queen holds a sword, and then there's 9 here. So there is a cycle that is coming to an end, and I think the cycle that's coming to an end is silence. If you've had silence between you and the King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, I feel like it's about to come to an end. Someone's going to make conversation. Someone's going to bring it up. Yeah, it's going to liberate themselves from this energy of the 9 of Swords. There is communication coming, and it's going to cause a tower. Why is it causing a tower? Wow. Because it's the Emperor. And you have felt attached to the Emperor for a very long while. Trying to be strong. Waiting for a change of mind. Waiting for this person to see your worth. Waiting to be strong. I feel like the Emperor has been feeling the same. I feel like the Emperor has been very attached to you, almost in an obsessive way. They're trying to find the strength to be able to be able to come forward, because they think you're all the beans in the jar at the fair. They think you're all of it. They think you're the apex of happiness, but they're wary. The 10 of Cups is here with the Devil as well. The Emperor has concerns. Am I just obsessively attached to this person, or the idea of them seeing me or being seen by them? I feel like there's communication coming for you, Pisces, this week. We have the Page of Cups. It's a surprise, my friend. Somebody is about to spill the beans about how they feel about you and that they can't stop obsessively thinking about you. This is someone who is quite prominent in their own life. It's the Emperor, all the kings, someone who makes decisions, someone who's in charge and intends to be in charge, someone who's the leader. They're Aries. People follow them. They don't even ask for the people to follow them, but they do. There's a cycle that's coming to an end here. This Emperor could be someone who is doing a lot of dating, but it feels like that cycle is coming to an end. They're coming towards you. Yeah, they want to begin something new. We've got the Page of Pentacles here. Tell me about the change of mind. Someone has realized that it was always within them to reach out and make communication with you. I think you're going to get something small from them. This person, Eight of Cups in the reverse. If you know my readings, if you've watched any length of time, the Eight of Cups in me is the boomerang. And it looks like someone is coming back around. They have been manifesting communication with you. They've been watching you for a while, but they no longer want to watch. They no longer want to stalk. They want to talk. And it's taken a long time. You haven't heard from this person in years. Two of Cups, but they got feelings for you and they have romantic love feelings for you. They're attracted to you. You give them balance. They balance you out. This could be someone who is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Someone who's very good with money or who's in the financial sector. And the Two of Wands, this person is at a crossroads in their life. They're making changes and going on adventures, and they're looking for someone to ride shotgun. Yeah. They're looking for an adventure in love. I like it. This person was previously very closed off from you, but that person is going from the Four of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. So either you're meeting them at a party, at a gathering, at a public place, but this person has been closed off from you because they've been sad. Yeah. They're kind of redundant in this energy. They don't have anything passionate in their life. I feel like you guys end up at the same gathering because you're just looking for connection. We have the Queen of Pentacles that showed up. This is a soulmate connection, and it is a happy one. The Nine of Cups, you don't see it. It's being concealed from you. And there we go, the Empress. This person is looking for you, dear Empress, or maybe you're the Emperor. Take it as it resonates, but I think this week you're going to get some sort of an invite from somebody, and you're probably going to meet your person at that event. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Pisces. I will mark that reading up top here for you, so look for that, and I will be coming at you again with some more readings this week. I love you guys. Thanks for making it to here. I'm out. Bye-bye.